Good morning, my people. What a guan? How we doing? Yeah, you will notice that it's a little bit noisy out here. It's been a minute since I did a video out walking. Been kind of jacked up the last couple of days and stuff because, brother been in some pain. But I'm back out this morning. Kind of started out a little bit late, but putting in the walk actually feels good. I came out, I thought it was gonna rain, but it actually didn't. So I just went out for a walk. About three and a half miles in. I got another half a mile to get back home and be done. So as you see, I'm putting in the work. You know what I'm saying? That's what you got to do, is put in the work and get the work done. Stay fit and stay healthy as much as you can. Yeah, so this morning, just want to take a quick time out to say to you this morning, God don't make mistakes, man. He got something better for you. God has something better for you. And you may say to yourself, what does that mean, right? So think about this, right? There's a lot of time that we think that God's supposed to give us some stuff, or we work hard for some stuff, we put in the work for it, and it just never work out, right? And so you have to ask yourself a question sometime. So why is it that God didn't let me get this? Or why does God didn't let me accomplish that? And we got to understand, God knows what is best for us. And there are times when God will block us from doing certain things, or He will block us from acquiring certain things. And the reason why He does that is because He has something better for us. We get bent out of shape sometimes when things don't work our way. And the truth of the matter is we shouldn't. Because if God has our life in His hand, He wants the best for us, right? He's going to want us to acquire the best, to have the best. And sometimes what we fail to do is to realize that if God is working it out, man, don't worry about it. If God is on the business, on the thing, on the whatever it is that you set out to do, if God is on it, why are we worried so much about it? Like, sometimes we get up and we may have a car, and yeah, we don't want our car to get smashed up, but sometimes we lose that car. But it's because God got something better for us. You understand? He never takes away something from you unless He has something better for you. That's just who God is. And part of this will encourage people to understand that, listen, we have to now put our trust in God. For those of us who may not have no belief in God, my honest thing I always say to you, that I'm not going to try to convince you that there is no God, because I'm not sure what convinced you in the first place that there is not one. But if you really want to know who He is and what He's about, pick up the book that talks about Him and read about His life and His history. Why is He here and what is He doing and all of that stuff. Do that, and then you get a better understanding of who He is. But when you have your life anchored in God, and even a person who is not even a believer, who's not God orchestrate their life, every one of us life, because He's trying to push us all into a certain direction. But if you don't want to go into that direction, here's what happened. God is so gentle. The Trinity, the Holy Spirit, is so gentle that He will never force you to do nothing that you don't want to do. So don't think that God is going to force you into something that you don't want to do. That's why we have what is called the power of choice. And when we have the power of choice, that means we choose to do what we want to do. So there's some times when we choose some pathway and we have to suffer the ramification. It's given. You understand? We have to suffer the ramification. So we got to do what we got to do. But all I'm saying is that, listen, we have to get into the mindset of this, my brothers and my sisters, that God is working out everything in our own favor. But if we're not willing to take on the course or the pathway of which He's going, we're going to have a hard time. So God is working out everything for His good, for our good. Let me let you know. God is working out everything for our own good. All he wants us to do is humble ourselves and be smart and be clever about what we do. And definitely, you know, definitely he's gonna work it out and make sure everything is in place. And if he takes something from you, guess what? He got something greater and something better to give to you. You just have to trust him enough to know that that's what he's working on. He's not letting you fail, even though sometimes we do some stuff that causes us to fail. Even in the bad circumstances of life, he turns us around. So know that whatever you're waiting on today, God is working out your circumstances. And if you don't get what you're looking for, he got something better for you coming. All right? So continue to be hopeful, faithful, and continue to be consistent. Do what you do and work towards your goal and your dream, and everything else will be good. Have a blessed day. Walk with my people and continue to be a blessing. Blessed.